Yes, we are live. Everybody, a little time to come on in. So you can find this thing. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of LANCESCURV. This is a freestyle kind of rant. You know, every now and then you have to take your car out on the road and just hit the pedal to the metal, and whatever comes out, comes out. Every now and then you got to take a laxative or some prune juice and just let it all burn out. That's what you got to do. And that's what I'm doing right now. We do have Neil Frazier shortly, not at the top of this hour, but the top of the next hour, depending on what time zone you're in. I just wanted to jump on in. So I'm going to look over because it's a long title. Some of us are just too damaged beyond repair. The colonized mind can never be restored. I was in a conversation with my dear sister the other day, and we were speaking about melanated people, African people worldwide. They call themselves Black people in America, African American, American African, but it seems like all of us are not going to make it. All of us are not going to make it. And I brought the analogy in comparison to a person who is chiseling away at marble, sculpting away at marble to make something beautiful out of the rough stone that's there, right? And okay, let me just okay, there we go. And after a while of chiseling away at the marble, this beautiful form, and it's absolutely wonderful. And let me check myself here. All right, let me see. There's something definitely going on with this particular stream, but I'm going to keep on going on. I don't know what's happening here. So let me check myself on the actual phone as backup, because, you know, this platform called YouTube can be kind of funny. Okay, it's not showing up. So you know what? Nobody's here. It's not showing up. I'm going to have to reconstruct this and come back again. Okay, we have somebody who just came in. I want to make sure about that because YouTube is doing something funny right now. But like I said, everybody is not worthy of being part of the sculpture. Some people are going to get chiseled away, right? And you can't feel bad for them because they never really pushed hard in this life to see what their purpose was. And sometimes, and oftentimes, and I would say all the time in this life, you find out what your purpose is. It's up to you to step up to the plate and do what you have to do. And it will also be something of a passion to you. But then we turn around and walk away from it because we don't want to face it. We don't want to go through the hard work to manifest this wonderful being that we're going to become and be a part of the world and something worthy in the world. We don't want to do that. So we take the easy route. We know that we have to work in this society. Most people have 9 to 5s or whatever time period that you work, but it's got to be something more than that. It's got to be something beyond that. Diana Hodges Jackson, welcome on in. I think I set this stream up, but nobody's seeing it on YouTube, but I'll upload it later on. It's okay. And it's sad. And it hurts us who have a heart where we want to help everybody who looks like us, right? And some of those people who look like us They don't want help. You try to help them, not that you're trying to come at them in a superior position, but when you offer them help, they're looking at you like, who do you think you are? You're not better than me. You're not better than me. Who are you in a position? And if they know you good, they're going to start looking at things that are imperfections because they know you good. Like they say, familiarity, right? So it's see the comment on the way. Let me see. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Diana. That's nice of you to say. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And that gives me fuel to keep on going. Because this is not scripted. Sometimes I jot down notes and use guidelines, whatever have you. But if you're feeling something for real, why does it have to be that kind of production? And there is production involved with the banners and the titles and the links and different things like that. But pretty much it's got to come from the heart. But I'm fed up with a lot of Black people globally, because we can be our worst enemy. And I've heard this all my life, but I've always been one to look past and think positive. But you can't carry dead weight. It could be a friend, it could be a neighbor, it could be family. You love them, you will help them out, but ultimately, when you're running down that track of life to reach your goals, your God-given goals and destinations and destiny, you can't stop. Because there's certain times in this life when you're running that race, you think when you have these track stars, these famous track stars that we see, male and female, and they might have an aunt that's up in the stands, and they're running this race they trained all these months for, and they're getting closer to the finish line. You think they're going to stop when they're right in front of the finish line? And, oh, hi, auntie, how you doing? And do you think that aunt should understand? She may say, well, she didn't stop and say hi to me when she was running, he or she was running on that race. It's not time. And there's certain times for different things, time periods in your life. There's a time to be serious and focused, and there's a time when you can relax and chit chat and shoot the crap. And as time goes on and I see how this world is going, it's like, I'm not wasting my time. I'd rather be home, quiet, meditating in my home, in my studio, recharging to do something worthy. But there's so many people out here that they're not only misled. And then again, who am I to say that? Maybe they're on the path they're supposed to be on, and maybe they'll come around. When it comes to Black people globally, we're so mixed up. I mean, we have people who actually despise, let's just start at the top of the list and work on down, because this is a whole lot. And this is a short show, because like I said, Neil Frazier's coming on. You have people, and I'm going to say it, there's an engineered plan to divide us up, because these see this FBA nonsense. I'm foundational Black American. Yes, I'm foundational. Really? And you have the ADOS, I'm American descendants of slavery, and the indigenous, and well, it all came from Africa, and it all came from Black people. The whole planet is Africa. And that's what I say to shut that argument down. But there are some people who take on the sides that are fed to them, these different categories. And this is why social media was created. It looked like a good thing. You eating a piece of candy, this candy tastes good, and it's poison in there. And it appeals to our lower desires. At first it didn't, but it started taking a turn off the road that it was going on, a different trajectory. Now things that are decadent, indecent, low vibrational, they're allowed to go on. You say something with sense, especially for our people. See, other things are allowed to go on out there, but with us, if it's something that's hard-hitting, truthful, and something to make you think, oh no, that's not acceptable. We can't have that. Why? Why? Why can't we have it? Because our unity is not acceptable. Everybody else can be unified. When we try to talk unity, it's banished. We can't hear that. Just the same way we can't know our history before slavery. In the public schools, the beginning of Black people and their existence in public school coming up was slavery and a subservient position that we can never rise. Yet, this other joker stole everything from us, did so much to us, and then we have those over here is engineered in America. I said over here, I'm in Africa right now. But they're hating on those in the motherland. And we're one. But we're made to see or to feel like we're not. And then we have those in the motherland who are told negative things about us. Some of them, a lot of them. And because of the state of their colonized mind, they don't want to hear anything about unity, because unity with Black Americans would upset the queen. It would upset the white woman. It would upset the white man. And you have some of those who say, oh, racism doesn't exist. The hell it does. But racism is not strong enough to stop me. That's why parents raise me to, oh, no way is that going to defeat me. If you grew up in a place where you didn't get it directly, you see? Oh, yes, Anthony, good to see you. I didn't see the comment until now. Yeah. If you grew up in a different place, instead of knocking the one who looks like you and kissing up to that person or those people who colonized your mind, rule the world, rape your land, don't you think, and I'm not saying we're victims, but we have been victimized in that system. And then when you rebel against it, you have others all over the world. Oh, that's not our problem. We're not Black. You see, and this is what I always say. Many think that what we go through in America, that we're delusional, that we're imagining things. Are we that sick? Do you know our history? You damn sure love to come over there and enjoy what many in America have fought hard for, and you step right on in, but you deny the struggle that has always been and still there in the present day Holocaust. And we have others who disconnect from that. And you may not have experienced that, but you have no sympathy because you're so caught up and kissing up to the colonizer that you don't want to insult him and join on to your brother and sister and try to understand them. So instead of dealing with them directly, you'll take the word of that one who will reward some of you for staying away from your brothers and sisters on different shores. You don't want to see anything else because, see, in your upbringing, it was implied that the UK is better. In the school systems here, I've spoken to teachers that are awake, and they told me, they said they realized that the curriculum was made to teach many in the motherland that there really was nothing here. If you want to see success, you need to go to the UK. You need to go to America. But there's nothing here. That's part of the trick. Because if nothing's here, why are there so many Chinese here? Banking out of Africa, making money, building businesses, sending that resource and the money back to their country. Turkish, American. And there's certain things I'm not supposed to say because it'll be anti-whatever. Let's just say the 1948s, the small hats, them Z people. They over here big time, but they don't want you to know how good it is. And you know how many people have asked me, my brother, why is it that you're over here? Why would you come to a place like this? What do you mean a place like this? As beautiful as it is, The sweetest part of the earth with all the resources? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? You've been made stupid because you have it all here. And like they said, when that man came here, we had the land and they had the Bible. Now we got the Bible and they got the land. And many of us are sitting here waiting for the Savior to bust through the clouds. Which until that happens, one who looks like that one that they say is the one who's going to bust through the clouds, that's good enough. And we do this here. We bow down here. Oh, please, can you give me a job? What do you mean, ask this white man to give you a job? When you're sitting here on such a powerful land, I don't understand it. Until then, you're just not using your brains and just sitting down and and everybody and their mama knows that Africa is the future and they're trying to get on over here. They're trying to get on over here big time. And so many, when I ask who are here, their dream is to leave. Now, I can't stop you, but you feel so insecure in the place that you grew up in that you can't get together with your own and something. And there are many brilliant brothers here, but their mind is pointed elsewhere because they want to assimilate into Caucasian culture. To be Caucasian is the best. And for a lot of the black men here and some in America and a lot in the Caribbean, the ultimate skin bleaching cream is to have a white woman on your arm. Oh yes, that's the ultimate. Don't even want to get too lean, but these guys must have convulsions when they get a taste of a white woman with their colonized mind. They get the attention of this white woman. I'm just saying how the mind works. There are white women who listen to the show to understand where I'm coming from. I'm not hating, I'm reporting. Does the weatherman hate you when he tells you it's going to rain? He's telling you this as a warning. To get a raincoat, to get an umbrella. Why don't we heed to see what it is? On the plantations in America, oh, we couldn't look at the white woman. We better not look at her ankle. Oh, but she must be better. That's Master's wife, your own beautiful sister. And you want something else other than what you have? How could you insult your black mother? Everybody else is building with their own, building their families, their societies, their cultures, all of these things. But we gotta go everywhere else. Sure, find love where you can find it, right? I understand that. But you don't even give your own a chance. Because it must be inferior. Something's wrong with it. When you look at the airbrushed images and imagery of what's up there, growing up watching TV, the standard of beauty was the European woman. And so you as a black African, when you get around one that just acknowledges you, oh my God, I've made it. Let's be real, let's be adult. You finally get between the blessed thighs of the Caucasian woman, and she's blessing you with her secrets. And after you the street with that woman, and you pushing your chest out, and you can't wait to see and find one of your sisters so you can just throw off on them. Look what I got on my arm. I don't have a problem with people. I'm just telling you like it is. And many here will say, well, those black people, those black Americans, they have a problem with white people. Do you see the treatment we get? So what do you think? Your guard is up. You're waiting for the blows to come. You get a supervisor harassing you on a job. You get a racist cop pull you over and treat you bad, lock you up for no reason. I'm not a victim. I was beat by 11 cops on January 26, 1989. I'll never forget that for no reason other than driving a brand new car. Had all my paperwork. Do I hate all law enforcement and all white people because of that? Punching me in the face, grabbing my nuts, had me in a chokehold, pulling my arms back. I know what that feels like. That left an indelible mark on my psyche for the rest of my life. I mean, if you walk down the street and you get mugged every time you walk down this particular street, aren't you going to have feelings about that particular street? You're not going to want to walk down that street because you know what could happen. Because all my life in different ways and different teachers in school trying to discourage you. Different things set up. I went to a gym one time. I used to be in the bodybuilding competitively. And I went home after that. They called me up and accused me of stealing something. Turned out the white boy that was there, one of them that was there late, they saw him on camera. But they didn't check the camera to say they saw me. They just assumed it was me. Because I was the only one black one there. There's a little black spot on the sun today. So my experience and the experience of many in America may not have been the experience of other people in other countries, but so many people are too dumb to look beyond their experience to see what makes this other person a certain way. But most of us now, we're being engineered to go against each other. And watching us doing their work. That's their work. It brings fear to them to think of us unified. On the Muslim street show that we do every Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon, 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. It's 5 hours difference now, so it's 5 o'clock for me, 12 o'clock for the East Coast. There was a woman in the chat room. It was a white woman, her picture at least, the avatar. So she said, when we're speaking about unity between black folks in America, American Africans, and those in the motherland, because they're trying to keep us so separated with ignorance and stuff in the media. So when they see a panel of people, of black men, those with me were far more educated and experienced than I learn every time they speak, and I'm the one there with them. And I was telling Brother Malik earlier, I know how to keep my mouth shut. If I don't know about something, I'm not going to trying to be this next Messiah or this next person to lead you to the promised land. Look, you all are scholars. I'm glad to hang with you all and learn. I'll be the bucket carrier. I'll be the floor sweeper. Just let me hear a little bit of that wisdom. Right? There was a white woman on the show, and she put in the chat room. And if I had more time, I would have went to the show, lifted it up and put it up. So I'm going to say pretty much not verbatim what she said, but she said, oh, when she heard of us talking about unity on a global level for black people. But, and she's speaking to black people now, speaking to us on the panel. Oh, but the white American and the black American, we have more in common than you have with the Africans. Why can't we get together and wherever the problem is, we're here in America, this is a white woman now, we're here in America and we should work it out. And I'm like, is she crazy? All the hundreds of years that we've been in America, and now you crying because you see us pointing our focus, or some of us pointing our focus to the motherland, and we're not pointing it there because we say we want to take the resources like you want to take it. On a spiritual level, on a mental level, on an emotional level, we want to bond again, and we want to repair what was done to keep us apart. But now you as a Karen worried about that. Oh my God, they won't need us for anything if they unify. Well, hell, I don't need you for anything either. I've been out here 5 years and 3 months. This wall behind me, which is very much real, in my studio, is in Ghana, West Africa. There's a lot of people. So this is why my channel was taken down, complicated story, because we can't have nobody who was popular at one time moving to the motherland and influencing other people to want to come out here. I eat, I live, I sleep good. But they can't have me say that. Sure, cultural differences. But not once I ever thought about coming back. I can visit. I don't hate America, but I feel more at home here. And I can't say that because that goes against the plan of being divisive. But I bet you if I was out here and saying bad things, bad propaganda, different things, oh man, I'd be so popular. But I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to do. Like that artist, the sculpture, that's chiseling away the pieces of marble to make a beautiful form. That's how I live my life. And I'm flowing with it. I'm not tearing my hair out. I can't save the world, but I can do my part. Just like you have a beautiful watch, say an expensive watch or any watch, but the expensive watch has a pretty faceplate. It has the second hand, the minute hand, the hour hand. It may be trimmed in gold, the numbers, and something so pretty, and the whole watch looks so nice. But that's what you see. You don't see the gears behind working to make that watch precise and keep time precise. As a high-end timepiece. Tiny little gears doing the work. So here we are, moving around and about in the world. Because the gears that are behind the faceplate like us, so they want to keep us off. They want to keep things pushed on CNN, pushed on headline news, pushed on Fox News, BBC. And so we're absorbing this. And so now with the governments of the world, with their plans, not all darker governments, but the USA, the UK, they know they can use social media to manipulate us on a psychological level against each other. And started out as entertainment, started out as something good, and you could walk around with your phone. Probably more people are not even buying as many TVs or pressured to do so. If you broke and living in one room and working a job and overtime, you got no time for that. Just get a nice phone and put it up on the stand and hold it close to your face. Then they married the internet with the phone. So now we're really stuck. We're communicating with friends. We're looking at YouTube, and it got us. Now we're participating. Now anybody can put up a video and talk and speak their mind. But you don't understand, the algorithms are controlled. You might put up a video, but they control who sees it. They control how it goes out. So with the anti-African unity, the big strong points now, because they know they don't want us to get our hands on the minds of our brothers and sisters here and really, really make a bond. They want to make it seem like, oh, that's not your people. Well, you know, it's obvious that some slave master was messing around in my past with my complexion. But my Jamaican father, whose forefathers are from Ghana, I have a connection here. In the way we were raised in my household, I was proud of that. You see? But see, when they teach you in school that the only forefathers you have were slaves, and in the history books, they show the slaves picking the cotton, and the little white boys and white girls in the class, when it comes time for that chapter of history to be taught, y'all were slaves. I know my forefathers, you know, from way back in Italy, from way back in Europe, from way back in Greece, but y'all were slaves. And you have their names. You're still a piece of property. You have their names on a psychological level, and you don't know how to break free. This is what you're trapped in. You don't know who you are, who you're related to. Just the last couple your grandmother, great grandmother, possibly. Before that, you might not know. We don't have the wealth that these thieves have, right? Let me just answer this call live. Yes, I had a malfunction, sweetheart. I'm on live now, but it's not on YouTube. It's Oh, you know, I'm alive. Oh no, it's live. And I'm gonna upload it back up to YouTube, but I had a little malfunction, so I could not answer the phone. So you'll see this on the show. Oh, alive? No, I'm alive. Oh yeah. All right, sweetheart. Okay. Bye-bye. Yes. That is my life coach, who I call Customato, that I hold in high regard, and we had the deepest discussions, right? And again, I'm good, you know. It's not like, oh, he's going off the deep end, he needs somebody. No, but it's on a higher level. But I give credit where credit is due, because God has blessed me in my life to have people to really keep me supercharged, to really keep me focused. I don't have a problem with being focused. You know that. All these years I've been doing this stuff. But it's on a higher level now, you know? Sometimes you have a team around you that may not be doing you so good. They may not have your best interest in hand. And this boxer now, he loses the fight or doesn't look so good, so he switches up the team, and so now he can bring out the best. You see? So the thing is, you know, it's sad that the majority of us are not going to make it. The majority of us are not going to make it. And like I said, you're going to have to prepare yourself to let them fall by the wayside. I have to put my code back in. I think I need to change this up, because my phone not cuts off, but the screen goes black every few minutes, and I have to keep on hitting the code. It's good to do that though, just in case your phone gets in the wrong hands and they can't get in it. But I want to leave it open. I want to keep my check on the time, because Neil Frazier's coming on in 42 minutes. So I'll run my mouth a little bit until that time. But like I said, we better get our act together. We're taught to look outward. So we're taught to look here, look outward. God is in you. The Savior is in you. You're connected. When you see the so-called, and I say so-called animals, because I'm not saying animals that they're lower than us, because they operate on a level where they're actually operating the way they're supposed to. So they're operating on a higher level than us, even though we're supposed to be the ones that are higher than them. But we're not acting the way that we should. We're not utilizing our full potential and all of our faculties. We're below them now. And if they get part of the food chain, right? But every animal has a way of protecting itself. Every animal has a radar, has a connection to nature to keep itself protected. And we take that for granted. I mean, I'm here in the motherland, all kind of animals running around. Could you imagine if we took a human being, took off all their clothes, and put them out where there's no shelter? The animals are equipped to live. They're out there. There's no animal house that they can, well, I'm going to go into my condo or my mansion and push my key in, you know? And we have all the amenities, yet we still are operating on a lower frequency. But we have to understand who we're dealing with, and we can't always seek to get into battles with people who have the colonized mind, because they're done with. They can be very educated, but their colonized mind will not have them move forward. They will receive the pats on the head from their ruler, from their master, and be happy. Oh man, the white people, they love me because you ain't no damn threat. You're not talking about building your own country up. You're not. But you can throw off on you, put them down, not seek to see why they're in the condition that they're in, and push your nose up. And just, I'm accepted by the white people. I got no problem with them. Come to America and live for a little while until you get your NIGGER or GA wake-up call. Let me tell you something. I won't say what job it was. There's actually several jobs that I had where this worked out. You have workers on a job. They've been there years. Some are new, but there's a core group that's been there years. They know the ins and outs of that job. They know how they're treated. They know how the unspoken rules. And you really don't get promoted as you should. You don't get treated as you should. You get good reviews. You should. You're not supposed to in that system. They greet you, come on in, your family, and no, you're not family. You're just another sucker they want to use until you either burn out or quit or get fired. So now you have a brother, and this is not hate, I'm telling you the techniques, from a country in Africa. And this is not hate. I still love y'all. I'm just telling you how it works for those who come from the motherland, and I'm in the motherland. But I'm speaking to those brothers and sisters who think something's wrong with us in America. See, I love my people in America. I'm here in the motherland and I love it here too, but I got to tell the truth. So you come and you don't know the tricks of that slave master and that racist mind, right? So when you come there, they know you don't know. So they promote you quick. And you're thinking, well, I've been here a year and a half and I've been promoted, and these other ones have been here 5 and 6 and 7. Yes, they must be lazy. And your slave master, who wants you to be loyal to him, is going to make you feel as though you're better than the rest. And so now, deep down, you look like these other people who are black people, but you're not thinking that. Because where you're from, you think nationality. I'm Ghanaian, I'm Nigerian, I'm this. You don't say black because everybody black, right? So you really don't identify with the struggles that are there. So now you do feel, or made to feel, because the slave feels superior, because you'll be more loyal to him. And they'll say things to let you know that they think that the rest of the black folks that were born in America are lazy. They're not going to say that. They'll get in trouble if that gets repeated. Well, you know, we like your work ethic, and it's so refreshing. Your focus on the job is something that we haven't seen before in such a long time. So what are you saying? You're saying the other people don't focus, they don't work? No, they're tired of your games and their enthusiasm is killed. They're doing just enough. They're, what's the term? Quiet quitting. I'm doing just enough because I know you're not going to ever promote me. There's no future here, but I got bills to pay and jobs are hard to come by. But you feel, yes, I'm refreshing, my work ethic, my this, you know? And so now, when something goes down and you hear something that they're talking about, black folks on the floor, working, corporate, whatever it may be, you run back to the slave master because you're loyal. Oh, you know, I heard them talking out there about all quitting on the same time. Oh, I heard them talking about you. And well, what did they say? Because you're loyal. Because they stroked your ego. You want to come to America so bad. This is your dream. And the white people treat me so good. I don't see any racism. They're not going to act that way towards you. It's divide and conquer. But if you ever start to speak to the brothers and sisters, whether you consider them that or not, and get to understand where it's coming from, especially when you overhear that supervisor whose butt you kiss so much, and he says something bad about you, he's in the bathroom with another white supervisor, and they mention your name and say something bad or demeaning about you, and you realize, wait a second, I have been loyal to him. I thought I was different. They're playing you. And see, this is what a lot of folks from other countries don't know who look like us. See? And so they try to condition our mind, those of us who were born in America, against our brothers and sisters in the motherland. And if we take time, because I move amongst the locals, I'm not isolated. I'll walk the streets, I take my time, I go to the different shops and talk to people. I tell them the deal about certain things, those who are open for it. They can see that I'm not standoffish. They can see that I don't think of things. But they hear certain things and see certain things on social media that molds their mind. But if they see me and know me, they say, wait a second, this guy's not like that. And so instead of me being some Mormon or Jehovah Witness or some kind of missionary to get you shackled into religion even more, I'm walking the streets telling them the real deal about how the game is played, on how they try to keep us separated. If that's all I'm going to do in this life, so be it. We're all not going to be big and famous on a name on the marquee and this. No, do your part in your path where you walk. If we all covered our path righteously with whatever it is that we're supposed to do, this whole world would be pristine and beautiful, especially for us, especially when unity, that word unity. And there's enough of us who are not even unified in America. We are so cut up in so many different ways. The pieces are all over the place. But remember, every piece that's chiseled, right, is not going to be part of that sculpture, that finished part. So many of us, and the majority of us, are going to that's out there behind, and we're running with that little part. If we get a wake-up call, that's if. But that's not always going to happen. That's not always going to happen. So many of us will fall to the wayside and not know the full majesty of us having a society of our own, where we see each other as family and close, and the connectedness, because your enemy doesn't want you to have that. Your enemy does not want you to have that. So what I'm going to do, we have Neil Frazier's show coming in 32 minutes. I was going to go on a little longer, but I'm going to do more of these, and maybe I'll come back on afterward and get this rectified, because this is not on YouTube right now for some reason. It's on Facebook and it's on a few other platforms. I want to get this up on YouTube. So I'm going to work on this before the show comes on, and I'll be back. I'm going to talk about these things. We got to talk about these things. They may be unpleasant. I'm not going to sit up here and just want to be this person who I can talk to a certain point and not. No, I'm going to go all the way. It's like the old men who don't care when they go to the family reunion and they start talking family secrets. They don't care no more. I'm too old to hold this in. Well, I'm not saying I'm too old at 62, but I'm not holding things in no more. You got to go to the bathroom. You can't hold it no more. You got to speak up. You can't sit there and hold it and you sweating bullets and you're starting. No, I got to go. Where's the bathroom at, man? And if there's none, I got to make one. I got to talk. I got to get this off my chest. I see this stuff too much. No way. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this down. I'm coming back. I'll probably come back tonight after Neil's show, because he's probably going to be like an hour and a half, and that's okay. It's a beautiful thing. And let me know what you think. Make sure to go to LANCESCURVX.com. Let me put the banner up on the screen really quick so you can see it. You sign up there with your email. It's free, and there is a paid part of it that's only for support. You get everything that I put out there. So I'm not trying to hustle anybody for money, but everything we do here goes there. So when these platforms want to take me down, I have everything uploaded there, and right there you'll see it. Join our community at LANCESCURVX.com. Put your email in and you'll get everything in your inbox, because these social media platforms, you just will get what it is that too. You understand? So that being said, let me sign off. I will talk to you later on. LANCESCURV out. Much love. We're going to see you soon. Make sure to come back in 29 minutes for Neil Frazier. And that's going to be on YouTube also. It'll also be here on Facebook. Much love to you all. Peace.